So in today's lecture, we'll talk about adjusting for inflation and indexing. Now first let's talk about what is adjusting for inflation. So often indexes are used to correct for the effects of inflation when comparing dollar figures from different times. Now why this is important? Think about over time prices do increase. So how do I compare say the cost of a movie ticket today versus the cost of a movie ticket 50 years back? So 50 years back maybe a movie ticket was costing us a dollar maybe. But today a typical movie ticket costs around 12 to $13. So over time prices have gone up. Now the question is this, how do we compare the prices that persisted in 1950s with today? Or to put it differently, think about the income that people make today. Today it's very common for a person to have say $50,000 annual income. If you go back 50 years and if somebody was making $50,000 a year, that was considered as a super rich person. Now, obviously prices were much lower then. Or as a result, income was also much lower. So to compare income in earlier time period, we need to convert those income in today's dollar. And that's what we exactly do when we use CPI. So we can use CPI to convert dollars in past years in today's terms. For the purpose, we are going to use a simple formula. So amount in today's dollars is nothing but equal to amount in year T dollars, say in 1950s. Then you multiply it by price level today, which is also the CPI today, and divided by CPI in year T, and by doing this we can compare price of something in earlier years in today's terms. So next what I'll show how to do it using an example. In 1960, average price of gas was 30 cents per gallon. As of 2013, average price of gas was $3.50 per gallon. So how do we compare 1960 gas prices with 2013 prices? One idea is to convert 1960 prices into 2013 dollars. This process of converting previous year's prices into current dollars is called converting nominal values into real values. Real values are very helpful in comparing something over time. And in order to make this conversion, all we have to find is the 1960 gas price in 2013 dollars. One strategy is this: just bump up or increase the 1960 gas price by exactly the same amount by which average or prices increased between 1960 and 2013. For that purpose, we need to find average prices in 1960 and the average price in 2013. And we are talking about only US prices here. So here's the general rule. And average prices are given by CPI, and data on CPI is collected by BLS. So CPI 2013 divided by CPI 1960 should be equal to price in 2013 dollars divided by price in 1960. Now the left, this is shows you proportionate increase in price between 1960 and 2013. We also know this number. This is 30 cents. So, and this is our unknown. We need to find this number. All we have to do a simple cross multiplication. Keep this price in 2013 dollars on your left side and take everything on your right. So price in 2013 dollars is equal to that 30 cents. The price of gas in 1960 dollars times CPI in 1960, which was 233, sorry, CPI in 2013, and CPI of 1960 was 29.6. So this is price of gas in 1960. This is CPI 2013, and this is CPI 1960. So once you do the calculation, it comes out to be $2.36, which means a 30 cents per gallon gas in 1960, if it would have kept up with the average increase in price, would have costed us $2.36 per gallon. But as of 2013, average price of gas was $3.50 per gallon, which means that gas relatively costs much higher today than in 1960. So by converting 1960 prices in today's dollars, we are able to find out if we are paying more for something or less for something compared to some previous year. We can do a similar exercise for other things also. For example, we can convert say 1960, 1970 or 1980 wages in today's dollar by exactly following the same procedure. The general formula is CPI today divided by CPI in year T should be equal to price in today's dollar divided by price in year T dollar, which implies price in today's dollar should be equal to price in year T dollar times CPI today divided by CPI in year T. So you can use this general formula to convert pretty much anything in today's term. So this conversion process, once again, is called converting nominal values into real values. So we just learned how to use the formula that I presented before to convert something in earlier years in today's terms. That's exactly what we have done to look at what are the most popular movies or all times inflation adjusted. So all these numbers are in 2004 dollars, which is in today's dollars, but these movies were released in different times. And if you can see, the most popular movie ever created was in 1939, was called Gone with the Wind, which in 2004 dollars would be worth $1.254 billion, which is a lot of money for a movie. Star Wars, which was released in 1977, if we convert in 1977 dollars into in 2004 terms, that would be 1084 million, and so forth. So all-time movie or all-time greatest movie ever was Gone with the Wind. So there are other uses of all this. Another use of all this is something called indexing. And what is an indexing? When some dollar amount is automatically corrected for inflation by law or contract, the amount is said to be indexed for inflation. So typically what happens, over time prices do go up. You might have indexation clause in your labor contract when every time the prices go up, your salary gets adjusted accordingly. Because mind you, if your salary remains same and prices are going up, that means the purchasing power of your salary is decreasing. Some of the examples of indexing in private life: Cost of living adjustments are also called COLAs. These are contractual provision that wage increases will keep up with inflation. Another example of indexation is adjustable rate mortgage or ARM. This is a type of loan a borrower uses to purchase a home in which the interest rate varies with market interest rates. And market interest rate varies with the inflation rate. So as prices increases or inflation rate increases, your interest rate increases, and as a result your mortgage rate gets adjusted. So another way to put it, increased inflation rate leads to increased nominal interest rate, which leads to increased mortgage rate. Let me give you some examples of indexation from some government programs. And for example, the US income tax code is designed so income levels where higher tax rates kick in are indexed to rise automatically with inflation. Or in case of social security, for example, social security is indexed to consumer price index. As prices go up, so is your social security payments. Otherwise, if you live for 30 years after your retirement and if your social security payments remain same, that money is not enough towards the end of the 30 years. That's why these are adjusted for inflation.